Your enemy is mine. You can rest your feet and blade here.
You honor the Tanakh. Outlander.
Be proud. Regala gave a victory and left in defeat.
Ha! That was quite a book.
Walking on her.
Next time I will take your shards.
You've earned this soldier's respect.
Careful now. Walking on her.
I'll shake it out as I go. Zenith Lab's around here. That's where Katalo said we'd find what he needs to build himself a new arm. I should let him know I'm around. Hey, Katalo? I'm at the Zenith Lab. Ready to come over?
I'm on my way. Aloy, I appreciate you meeting me here.
I'm happy to help. Did Gaia mention where exactly in the Zenith Lab we'd find what you need?
She mentioned the chamber where you found Beta, and the database that lies within. She said it'll help us find the knowledge and components I require to build a new arm.
At least we know where to look. We will have to be quick about it, in case the Zeniths are watching.
Understood.
The lab's up this way. You okay?
I got this.
Machines. We're scrapping the Spectres. Parts.
Should we dispose of them?
Or we can sneak past them.
Your choice.
Fire won't help here. Hunter-killer machine. More deadly than the normal one.
The anime did this?
Hard to believe, but yeah.
Enemies up ahead.
snow.
Careful! It's dangerous even with missing parts!
Battle it is.
Can you shock it? They have the courage. They lack in brain.
We better get a move on. The room we found Beta in is up ahead.
Lead the way.
We're riled up now.
Let's teach them respect! Can't let this get in the way of our mission!
Is that it down there?
Yep, we better make our way down there. We're here. Now we just need to find a way to access the database Guy was talking about.
I'll wait here.
Varl mentioned you found Beta in one of those pods. I would hate to be locked up inside such a thing. There's barely room to breathe.
I think I found what we're looking for.
Let's hope it holds the answers we seek.
I'll download the database to your Focus, so you can search through it later.
What about the components?
They should be somewhere on the... Spectres!
For the fallen marshals! I am a weapon for battle!
Acid's corroding its armor.
Now! Hit it! Try to grapple on it! on it!
Axe eating away at it. Now to follow up. The Zeniths might send reinforcements. We need to finish up and get out of here. The components should be somewhere on the second floor.
I'm right behind you.
We need to search the entire floor.
I'll keep a lookout. Don't want any more surprises.
Good idea. A vent. Might be a way out of this room. Please tell me the components are in there. Components have to be here somewhere. I'll find this in my stash later. I should go back and give these to Kotalo.
You found the components?
See for yourself.
You have my thanks, Aloy.
Something wrong?
I was just thinking about what it will be like after I build the arm. Will I feel different? Whole again? Idle thoughts. They can wait until we're back at base.
You go on ahead. I might want to take one more look around, in case there's anything useful.
Very well. I look forward to putting what we found to good use. Walk with the 10.
Plugging in that power cell downstairs must have turned on these holograms.
Aloy, we've been briefed on our mission, and
Were you able to finish?
Indeed.
You wanted to...
Indeed.
Okay.
Not how. Where. Will you meet?
Sure.
You'll see when we get...
Then I'll let you...
You have my...
I have...
But...
Like I...
May the test...
There's the snow. Pretty sure this is where Kotalo wanted us to test his new arm. Hey, Kotalo. I'm by the Tremor Tusk site, where we agreed to meet. Want to test that new arm of yours?
I'll be there shortly. Thank you for waiting.
Maybe now you can tell me what we're doing here?
Not just yet. Follow me, please.
Someone's being awfully mysterious.
You took your sweet time telling me what you wanted to do to the bulwark. Consider this my revenge.
Fair enough.
This is it.
What am I looking at?
Oh, you'll see. Come.
All right, talk to me, Kotalo.
I wish to test the arm on that. It has menaced the valley for some time. Killed more than a few of the Sky Clan. But no longer.
I'm honored to help.
After you. Let's see how this thing likes the taste of metal.
Canister will burst if I hit it with a perch water arrow.
The wounded beast only fights harder! Try shocking it! Let's teach them respect!
No one is climbing that mountain. I agree. Just enough road.
I will not fall to you!
Well, I think it's safe to say the new arm works fine.
Agreed.
Then why are you taking it off?
This is what I am now. What I overcame. Anything else feels... wrong. Like a disguise. I'll use the new arm when I need it, but the rest of the time, I will simply be myself.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
You have my thanks for doing this with me. Here. Something to mark our victory.
Thank you. I'll see you later then.
The Ten be with you, Aloy.
I can refill my pouch with these later. Get this from my stash when I need it. snow's melting on my clothes. Right. Things holding up?
There she is.
Maniacs.
I'll remember that next time I go.
At least I got...
Good thing I...
Have you spoke?
Yeah, when she's not reading the archives, she took to that new focus. I gotta say, I'm a little... But I can see why...
You look tough.
Ha! I've just been making sure I want to be the you.
You'll do fine. What else have you been...
Yeah, I've been looking into this, Gaia showed us everything. I mean, this Merlin guy seems... Though, risking the Tanakh clan lands for a light show is a bold move.
His crew knows how to handle...
Right.
Ash,
As soon as...
I'll give you the...
From the look on your...
I got him.
As soon as you...
I see all of it.
Our new Quen...
Yeah, that's all. Once Gaia is back up...
The seeds have been... What? I thought that was pretty good.
I'm glad you and Zoe found each other.
Don't forget...
Now that I have Omega clearance, we can grab Hephaestus and finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they...
Better them than us. I should go.
Of course.
Welcome back.
Good to be back.
I could barely keep up. Varro gave her... Though, when he told her she was free to act, we showed her to the archive room so she could see for herself.
Sounds like all...
Oh. I also wanted to give you this.
Thank you, Zoe.
You deserve much...
And... How are things with...
Slightly quieter. Apparently the old ones wrestled machines as some kind of... called it metal versus meat. A must... You'd think we have enough of them.
Read anything interesting lately?
I found out the old ones use leaf infusions like the Utaru do. Tea, they call it. Apparently it helps that and some sort of scented wax they used to... Me, I think I'll stick to.
How to go with the chorus after we
They were shocked. I thought Fane's eye, but of course they hadn't, even if it meant all their to be honest.
I'm glad. They're lucky. I need to...
Right. That means we'll be...
Aloy!
Right to work.
There's just... I mean, we knew of artificial beings that serve... Oh, she's amazing! And you, genetically speaking, of course, not like the, late CO. And there's more ancestors out there, returned from beyond the stars. Of course, they're trying to kill us, witches, and Eric Visser is and then...
Okay. How about we take it once?
You're right. I also owe you an
I imagine.
It's funny because one of your friends is... Not that you are the same person at all. I mean, but even so.
Yeah. I hope everyone...
Oh, yeah. And they... Back home, diviners can only share...
Sounds...
Yeah, you are not...
Anything new?
Kotalo showed me this. I recall reading about robotic technology like that would be treasured, but knowing the...
Replacing body part. I see you've been...
It's been fascinating. What would have taken me years to... With this, I've been able to establish search. This could revolutionize how diviners analyze... That is... whatever.
You wanted data, you'll find lots...
A diviner has never had this... And knowing you, But I was sent here to help you. I would be... Maybe it'll help the Quen.
You mentioned Eric Visser?
The Zenith who tried to kill you? He is known to the Quen as the combing through data related to his work led us to breakthroughs related knowledge our rulers use to conquer and expand. That's why he's one of our But, based on your encounter with him, yet another distorted...
Well...
If only the Overseers...
Beta mentioned other Zeniths.
I'm afraid whatever legacy they left behind, the diviners haven't...
Back at the greenhouse.
Diviners are meant to seek out the truth, and many Imperials, but the board of... discover... That is why diviners are only... It ensures that any heretical...
What happens to
I never had the...
You said you owed me an explanation for what happened in Thebes.
Right. I'll start at the beginning, with the CO. He was an As such, he sponsored many diviners to search the He took a special interest in anything related to Ted Farrow, whom we can...
Ted Pharaoh, Ravik.
I know better now. Anyway, the diviners discovered that Pharaoh spent a great deal of time in San Francisco. In fact, many of the most... So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that if only we could find... Perhaps we could... The Emperor declared that scouting mission... And the Emperor's nephew was named Sio, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire. The living embodiment of Ted Pharaoh. It may seem strange now, but we had no idea just...
You said the expedition...
We lost most of our ships to hurricanes, and that was before we... Once we landed, machines ripped our patrol. There were bright spots, but nothing improved the CEO's mood as he became more and more obsessed with the... and more convinced that the title of CEO was no mere honorific. You heard him, spouting nonsense about We knew these weren't the words of a sane man.
What a great guy.
The Quen are wrong about many things, but what the CEO became was a complete perversion of what I'm sorry you had to endure.
So, Bohai, your overseer.
He won't execute, but he's hardly a paragon of integrity. I can't tell you. The best thing I can say about him is that he can be trusted.
Yep. The ancestors, is that what your people call the old...
Yes and no. The ancestors are the greatest of the old ones. Those whose legacy taught us agriculture, medicine.
The CEO called Elizabeth Sobek an assistant.
Right. Well, that's how we are limited.
You mentioned the
Her name is Alika. When I passed the divination exams, they were so proud. Only Alika...
Why?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not... unless you can get special permission and an escort by an overseer.
That sounds harsh.
Like the focuses we keep. Last time I was... Because of my... But...
I promise... I need to get...
All... The plan... It will...
I hope so.
Then I will do whatever I can. I promise.
We just need to find the right strategy.
All right. Gotta focus.
The man is unbeatable
With
at
my
machines.
focus.
His people invented the game. What did you expect?
Cortalo can't win every time. Try to be optimistic. Try to be realistic.
Are we to head out on...
Not yet. Have you...
The Quen is peculiar. Her mind is sharp. That much is certain.
Trust me.
I will take your...
How are your studies going?
I wanted to learn more.
And?
I looked up this pharaoh guy and learned about the plague of... To think that the ancient world was wiped out by... There is no glory or honor in such a fate. Only...
That about some... Anything else you've been looking at with that focus?
Gaia showed me the... I am no chaplain, but I'd be curious to test it.
What is it?
The old ones believed one could hear the great water if you carried the carcass of a what they called them.
That sound... I bet people are curious about that new arm of yours.
None more than our Quen ally, I assure you. She couldn't wait to take it apart and figure out how it works. I gave her the data I used to build the...
Good luck with that. I need to get...
I wait.
Welcome back. Aloy, I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct. But the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. Two cores. Two overrides. What if the merge were carried out by two clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of two operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
Okay. Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the Zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
So the old ones painted their faces with something called makeup.
Aloy. I tried, but it's impossible.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, it's one. Tell me why you won't. What if they... alone? The only way we can end the risk, and in order to do that, we have to find your courage. That's easy for you to say. I told you from the beginning, Beta, leave me alone! You're right. So why can't you find the strength to do what... Don't you think... I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I looked through all the data. You were raised as an outcast. Shut... What's my defect? Beta, it's not a piece. The difference is, he raised you, trained you, but he was never warm. The day he died, the day he wanted me to embrace the tribe, he loved me. What did he feel? It was like... Even now I hear him, but it looks impossible. Look deeper. You don't have to go on the mission. I'll go. You're right. But you have to... Yes. If it goes bad, I don't want to be their slave, okay? Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge. I'll be ready when...
Aloy, whenever you're ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others.
Hey, I am. So you... It was speculation. Gaia, that was her plan. So you know about the... Gaia, that was... I should have... Her plan almost... So how goes study? Gaia and I have added a function that will display a holographic interface to... It should make expunging it... That's great. Whatever we can... I'll continue to search for other... Alva's... She told me she's not allowed to access a lot of the data her people have. Similar to the restrictions I had in... I told her that if we succeed at Gemini, then even though Gaia will fix the biosphere, it'll take time for farmland. How so? Bioengineering of more resilient plant strains. Something that might help. I'm sure she'll So when you talk to the others, are you... No. They'll come down here to visit. I wish I could show him the media portal and the data channel. I think there was one where two people would criticize each. It was bizarre.
Yeah, you're right.
I gotta go.
All right.
The old ones shut off.
Hey,
Are you sure we should... Whatever. Not that
I think we'll be...
I'm glad to.
Anybody
Zoe can't... I tried Alva, but I don't think she knows what taking a break means. And I'm not putting Varl anywhere near that stuff after that...
What about...
Now there's a man. Pretty sure we downed half a keg. We had...
After we get Hephaestus, we'll be...
It wasn't that. Besides, you know, the soldiers, the ones that fought, they were fighting a battle that couldn't be won. Not with all the weapons in the world. I think most of them realized that, whether anyone said it or not. They still did it, though. They bought time for all the egghead hour. As long as I can do that for you, I'll...
Thank you, Aaron.
Okay, enough.
I should go.
That same hit.
Hey, look, it sounded like you...
We just...
Does this mean she...
It does. I hope you're ready to rein it...
That's what all this was...
Hephaestus won't go down quietly.
Hephaestus is just a program that's lost its way. We are fighting for our... I can always call upon...
Funny. How does...
Anxious. I heard Catalo ask for Alva's help with his pulse generator. And I know he's been helping her with a few fighting techniques, just in case.
I hope they aren't needed.
Like I said.
Any last findings you want to share before leaving?
Not really. Though I've reached a decision.
Oh?
When we put Gaia together, I want to return...
You think they'll listen to you?
In time...
If anyone can make... What will you and Zoe do?
I hope she'll come with me, and I'll go with... She'll probably want to talk. We'll figure it out.
I know you will. I hope firing off those pulse generators will be...
It'll work.
Always optimistic.
Nah, just stubborn. It's a good...
Yeah. You were right. I guess part of me thought he was holding me back, but the truth is he gave me a lot.
He was a good man.
I'm glad you're...
Sure there's no...
No more running. Hey.
I've already got...
Good.
I heard you in...
News travel.
It wasn't exactly...
There were just things that... need...
A healthy crop to those who clear the weeds between...
You look like you have some...
We're going to war soon. But... the more... It makes me realize just how much life was given. Fighting for that gift...
Helps to know you're...
For a moment there... You sounded...
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hush. As soon as you intend to leave for Gemini... The old ones like to dance.
They set up a camp there as well, I see. Aloy.
Had a...
I'm not...
Really?
I once knew a warrior who discovered he had a brother late in life. It was deeply
Did he ever get over it?
in time. But not before the two siblings nearly killed each other in a single...
Ah. Well, at least I have... You nervous about the mission ahead?
If I live, it will be in victory. What matters most is
I'll do my best. Think you're ready to put all your...
I am Tanath.
I
await your...
Not at all. I was just studying the ones Gaia and Beta built. The craftsmanship is...
Not anymore.
To understand one another. Oh! And...
Have you spoken?
A little. I did hear her singing with Var. Seemed so... and she looked...
You should ask Zoe to teach you some...
Maybe.
If you need anything before heading out...
You have... Gaia's explained your plan in detail. I've even received some very... You know...
What kind...
He...
For now. Any more data?
All of it? I'm particularly... We knew the ancestors had... But Sirius is way farther than that. And we thought journeying across the ocean would be the feat of a lifetime. The sheer
Even so, where I grew up, must be strange to think that some of the ancestors your tribe revere.
Yeah, it is. Part of me's curious to know who else besides Eric Visser. Maybe Nikita Arand? We call her the Spark. The legacy tells us. Or Sung Jiao, whom we call the Healer. It is said she... But my curiosity fades when I think of... Perhaps?
You mentioned there was something you needed help with?
Yes. So... It's called Leviathan. My people discovered it. The legacy revealed that the old ones... But the data from the greenhouse meant...
Another pharaoh?
No. Leviathan was a project by Eileen Sasaki, another ancestor. If we can acquire that data, we might... Every year my sister gets...
Okay.
That's the thing. But one of our... Would you come with me? You're much better at...
Of course.
Thank you.
I should go. Make sure you...
Mayor Pat.
And, like I said...
I appreciate it.
Hello again, Aloy.
There we go. More data for the dome.
Good choice. Hello, Aloy.
Hey, Gaia.
Yes. I am, despite the unpleasant circumstances that led to your quarrel.
Well, two heads are better...
Yes. Are you ready to depart for Cauldron Gemini? Or we can continue our conversation, if you like.
So, about Beta.
You have both endured many hardships. Different in almost every respect. I like to think of you as two mirror...
Three, then. How's Alva settling?
As soon as she arrived, Alva was eager to a particular file soon. I informed her that once I am empowered with the abilities of Hephaestus, I may...
I'm sure. When I set out to find a way to bring you back...
They have all come a long way with their impro... Varl has suggested that one day we might extend this model to more tribal inhabitants.
Yeah, that's not such a bad idea. So our plan...
As you wish.
Which is why I got Ted...
Correct. When we get to Gemini, the second core is...
And then you'll...
Not quite.
How...
Because the...
And during that...
Correct. The energy...
And then we'll... So I, found Thebes. What do you...
It seems he convinced himself it was... Given the tribal nature of new humans, and his ability to use Omega clearance, I imagine he would have convinced one of...
Okay. Aside from Gaia Prime and Thebes, there was Elysium. The place where Zero Dawn staff and their families went to live out their lives.
Elysium was designed to the
Pharaoh Plague?
Unknown.
So what will happen?
All systems within this... as Minerva will no longer be masking this location. Though without my presence...
Let's hope so. Gaia?
Her presence is it.
She was a... Thanks, Gaia. Okay, people. It's time to head out.
I'll get everyone together.
Connections in place. Booting up.
Beta, Aloy. I am fully installed on this core and ready to connect to the Cauldron network.
It's good to hear your voice. Errand, everyone. Fire your pulses and sound off.
I'm at my cauldron. This thingy, it's blinking. Did I do it right? In position at my cauldron. My pulse generator is blinking also.
That means they're working. I'm in position, and mine is too.
Mine as well.
Okay. Radio silence until I give the all clear. Signing off. Gaia, let's cage the beast.
Connecting to the Cauldron network now.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance. Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance.
Clearance confirmed. Initiating containment sequence.
Critical threat detected. Escape containment. Applying countermeasures.
Lock it down!
Terminating external connections.
It's working. It's got nowhere to go.
Capture imminent. Initiating contingency 13F.
Wait, what's that?
Malware detected. Attempting to compensate.
It's cracked.
Look!
Engage autonomous defenses. Directive neutralize.
That means machines are on their way. Get ready.
Here they come.
Vor'll stay here. Protect Beta.
Got it.
Be careful.
Stay back!
Aloy! Help!
Get back! Over here, you! Aloy! Need a hand over here!
I'm really angry!
Draw it away from Beta! Over here, you! Aloy! Get a hand over here! Draw it away from Beta! Stay back! Get back! Over here, you! Aloy! Get a hand over here! Draw it away from Beta! Stay back! Get back! Over here, you! Aloy! Need a hand over here! Draw it away from Beta! Stay back! Get back!
Still in his foot.
Over here, you! Aloy! Need a hand over here! Draw it away from Beta!
It's all done for now. I better check on Beta and Varl. stash later. You two okay?
Still breathing.
Aloy, Hephaestus can't escape, but it must have fled. Deeper into the facility. I'll drive it back here. I'll get the cracked core fixed in the meantime. Keep her safe, Varl.
On my life.
Chase after Hephaestus. Force it out of wherever it's hiding. Make it retreat to the core. Aloy, I'm patched into your focus feed. You should know there's a huge power draw coming from the next chamber. Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there. How to get up there. Some kind of production chamber. Festus is up to something, all right? What kind of machine is it trying to build? I don't know, but I'm gonna shut it down. I bet those metal carriers will lead me to where it's getting materials from.
I bet that's where Hephaestus is hiding, too.
Looks like there are a couple of ways I could go. Well, that doesn't sound good. Machines are making a beeline for another chamber. I better follow them. Those machines are in a hurry. Catch a ride on one of those metal carriers.
To rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked. Without a way to fabricate another, there's no way I can fix it.
Okay, let me think. What if you bypass the process? Connect it to
the power node. I think that could work.
I think it could. great. More machines on the way. Beta! Hephaestus has locked me out of the node. Any ideas?
I'll see what I can do.
Let's go quick. Gotta follow up while that acid's working. I got them all.
I tapped into the core's network hub. I managed to disrupt Hephaestus' control of the node. You should be able to override it now.
Nice. Thanks.
Master 1-1.
It sounds like it fled to another chamber.
Well, I better not get comfortable.
Energy containment failed. Saves override.
Great. Festus covered the floor with lightning. I gotta find a way over it.
Aloy! More machines keep coming! Please tell me you're getting close!
I'm working on it. I've been smashing through a lot of machines on my side, too.
I guess Aaron's missing out!
Anyway, I'm making progress on the bypass, but I need something to hold the cycling module together.
Maybe a ligament from one of the machine carcasses?
Right. Or some luminous braiding.
You could reinforce it with a conversion cylinder.
For increased connectivity! I think we can do this, Aloy!
I might be able to catch a ride on the rail. Go over the shield. There's a way over the shield. Alright. I need to drive Hephaestus out of here.
There should be another wheel to override.
Got it.
Oh,
here we go again.
That doesn't sound good. I'll try to get access back.
First
is restored. Now you can operate it.
Work?
You did the heavy lifting.
Okay. This is running out of places to hide.
Aloy? I just registered a huge energy surge back in the production chamber. Something big is happening.
Here too. Everything's glowing.
The machine Hephaestus was building. They must have finished it.
It's powerful, whatever it is. I'm almost done with the core repairs. Should we come to you? Maybe I could distract the machine if...
No. Just stay where you are, okay? Handling the machine's my job.
Be safe.
Take out its tail. Stop some of its attacks. done.
You did it! There should be one more node to override.
Good. Stand by. I'm sending Hephaestus back to you. No more hiding, Hephaestus!
Got it! Hephaestus is back in the core!
Make sure it stays there. I'm heading back.
And then we can start the merge.
Because of you, Beta. I'm glad you came along. And you, Laurel. We couldn't have done any of this without you.
Right back at you, Aloy.
Aloy, the bypass is done. The core is stable. Hephaestus is 100% contained. Now we better get started with the merge. It's all set up. Gaia, establish the link, please.
Done.
To complete the merge, we need to excise Hephaestus' malicious code. Carefully.
Redundant copy. You cost us quite a lot of time. Eric, get Beta. And squash that bug while you're at it.
Get behind me.
Come on! Quit screwing around.
Yeah, we're having fun, right?
Finally. Tilda, get Gaia and Hephaestus ready for transport. Tilda!
I failed. Hush. All is not lost.
Tilda! What the hell are you doing? Stop her! I can't even see her!
Beta. Where am I?
Ah, you're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you. I imagine you must still be in a great deal of pain. I can assure you that we are safe. The others can't detect us here.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Alive. And while she isn't where she wants to be, not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs. When you're ready, take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
Breakfast? Okay. was in this room. Some kind of survival bunker. What is this?
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look, if you like. I'm curious to hear your impressions.
My friend is dead. Beta and Gaia are gone, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Don't be so quick to dismiss the comfort we can find in art, or the insight we might gain. She's the goddess of the moon, whereas he's a simple shepherd. Beside her is the god of love, Cupid.
So she's sneaking up on him?
More like visiting him in secret. The torch that Cupid bears represents Celine's undying infatuation with him. Though the two must remain apart, her love will forever burn.
And why can't Celine and Endymion be together?
Celine took a vow of chastity, promising to never take a lover. So when she fell in love with Endymion, she could only visit him at night while he slept.
But then wouldn't she be breaking that vow?
Think of it as a forbidden love. Though circumstance keeps them apart, still they find a way to come together, however briefly.
Aren't Celine and Endymion cold?
Perhaps we should move on to another piece. Shall we move on? This is Rembrandt painting Jeremiah, a man in mourning.
Mourning what?
His home. the ancient city of Jerusalem. He foresaw its impending doom, but could do nothing to prevent it. So instead, he saved its treasures from destruction, just as I saved these works. You could say we're kindred spirits.
About Jeremiah. If he knew his home would be destroyed, why didn't he save the people? Why save those relics?
He tried, but no one would listen to his warning, so he saved what he could.
But how did he know?
He was a prophet. He saw an army invade and destroy the city in a vision.
So it's more like he calculated which side would win a battle.
What matters is that he was right in the end. If not for him, all those wonders would have been lost forever. At least this way, some part of his world survived. You know what I like the most about this piece? Even though he's the sole survivor, his home in ruins, left with only the remnants of his world. The light keeps the shadows at bay.
There's still hope.
Precisely. Take as long as you like. A portrait of the painter, Rembrandt's son Titus, depicted in the habit of a monk.
I don't get it. Why would someone like you, with infinite resources, care about this painting of a boy in a hood?
It's not the image itself, but the feeling it conveys. The face is bright and defined, but his eyes are downcast, heavy with misfortune. And the background seems to swallow all light. The painting is infused with a sense of loss.
I guess I understand how the painter feels.
Works of art such as these can often cause us to look inwards at our own lives. I'm sorry about your friend. Had I been able to intervene, I would have. But the risk of losing you as well was too great.
Everything went by in a blur. I couldn't get to him.
You know, long before holograms and focus recordings, people relied on art to memorialize their loved ones. Because of works like this painting, their lives are immortalized. Rembrandt had 4 children by his wife. All but Titus died shortly after she gave birth to them. She passed not long after that. Titus became the only family Rembrandt had.
Which is why he painted him this way.
Indeed. Then tragedy struck again. Disease claimed Titus at 26. It's almost as if Rembrandt painted the future, closing in on him. Rembrandt actually painted several portraits of Titus, but this one has always been my favorite. It's honest.
What do you mean?
In others, Titus was portrayed in brighter, livelier states, but here, Rembrandt allows himself to express his true feelings. Sorrow, fear, hope, love. Laid bare on canvas for all time. I see this one resonates deeply with you. Rembrandt's The Night Watch, by far the most famous painting my homeland ever produced. It was commissioned to honor a militia made up of influential citizens.
I guess you must have been an influential citizen.
In my day. But not as influential as you've been in this new world.
The militia. They look disorganized.
Where others painted such scenes in a stiff and stationary manner, Rembrandt chose to show them in action, preparing to march. He wanted them to feel alive. You can almost hear the commotion.
Who's the girl in the painting?
She's a strange one, isn't she? Bathed in light, though no one is paying attention to her. Many believe she's a symbol of the militia. A physical manifestation of their spirit, if you will.
But she's not real?
What's real in a painting? She's meant to represent the militia's virtue and victory. But I like to think they underestimate her. She looks as if she's seen something. What does she know? What secrets does she keep? There's so much detail to take in, isn't there? The Gust. By Willem van de Velde, the most famous of his many maritime paintings.
A ship crossing into the unknown. I guess you're familiar with that.
Indeed, which is why I appreciate this composition in particular. Though waves and wind threaten to destroy the ship, it perseveres, clinging to the light even as darkness closes in all around it.
Where is the ship going?
To a faraway land, most likely. My ancestors used ships like these to explore the world, sometimes at great cost.
What were they looking for?
Anything of value. They were traders willing to face unknown dangers to make their fortunes. But no matter how far they went, they always turned their sails home.
So this Van de Velde only painted ships?
It was his specialty. Following in the footsteps of his father, Willem the Elder. The two had quite a journey of their own, taking them all the way to the court of a foreign kingdom.
Did they ever come home?
No, but eventually their lives worked it. Take your time. Stunning, isn't it? Paintings weren't the only masterpieces of my people's golden age. This is Van Vianen's lidded ewer, molded from a single sheet of silver.
What was it for?
How like Elizabeth you are. Function over form. Its practical purpose was less important than its meaning. Van Vianen created it in honor of his late brother, who himself was a famous silversmith.
A memorial?
Yes. Such beauty from sorrow.
If this ewer was a memorial, how did you end up with it?
As the Pharaoh swarm closed in, my homeland's greatest museum gave it to me, along with many other works, in the hope that I could preserve them. A masterpiece like this was too important to lose to history. I even considered bringing it with me off-world to ensure its safety.
Why didn't you?
I took a calculated risk. This vault seemed more secure than the unknowns of space. Besides, I thought someday I might return. A long life, after all, has its advantages. Now, lo and behold, here I am. Exquisite, isn't it?
She's pulling out her own hair. Out of madness, out of grief. to watch her suffer. I should move on. A lot of weight on the shoulders. I know the feeling. I should move on.
There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta, in the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
You shot off into space with them, and lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
My old focus. You repaired it? But that means you've seen
incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. A 1,000 years at my back, and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand. To be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
Even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, sit down. There. That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere. Remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
Oh, he's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Regala and her rebels.
Even now, she's preparing a final march on the Tenakth capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about. While Silence and my friends are busy battling each other, we'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
My old focus. How did you find it, let alone repair it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be grateful?
If you like.
So you know all about...
What would you like to know?
Well... Start with...
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. My guardian sent me to boarding school, all because of circumstance.
Oh.
Aren't we? Neither did I. First, from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgery. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extreme...
You were a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information. To protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity...
What happened when
They painted an irresistible vision of where we explored the furthest... It was only later that I realized that they only... By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in, Faro's machines were devout. So I accepted Far Zenith's... I wanted Liz to come, but she had no...
So you didn't know the other Zeniths were monsters?
I knew some of them were. It wasn't until we were off-planet. I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with... They built a colony where machines, could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more. Alone yet again. Now finally having met you.
To do what?
Help you, of course. Isn't so different from Far Zenith's original vision.
You said Beta is not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult... They will compel her...
Because you people made her to be nothing.
Gerard's idea. Not... They always viewed me with suspicion when I... That's why I created the data channel.
So this channel you share...
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that the channel allowed me to interact with Beta.
Until you cut...
Yes. Though it pained me.
She felt like you'd side.
Punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you believe that her...
Why did you make the data...
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place. Not just for me, but cultural artifacts of incalculable value.
And you wanted Beta?
Yes. I thought if she could experience a heritage every bit as valuable as this... I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll...
Beta told me your colony was destroyed.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of... It might have been a utopia. Instead, it took a cataclysm to finally out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Ship in time. We set course for Earth, left to us.
Which you decided to for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. Work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines that please us. But we will stop him.
What exactly is your...
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation. A passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter fighting. The distraction will...
Once we're inside the base, where will...
Here, in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all Festus.
What about the alpha build of Apollo?
A simple matter of others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to...
How do you know about...
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of
The ones working with Regala.
By tapping their focuses, I learned the distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out. With it and the Tanakh. Such a shame he'll be...
Regala's only interested in killing Hikaru and waging war on the card.
It's the price she must pay for her. Without the ability to override machines, her little
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can act. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliant, that blind spot is what will allow...
While hundreds of Tanakh are cut down outside. So you knew...
Liz was everything she was. I see in you. And more. Your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like...
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning, a touchy subject in those days, because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step. An AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life, not just follow orders.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a long time. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
I picked the right moment. The morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't, but she was very welcoming. Almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling. First Varl. Now Hikaru and the Tenakth. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
If it looks impossible, look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tenakth survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it. What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra projection for long.
No. No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise. Okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge.
Then I think it can be done.
I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Silent's army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Without Regala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister. Will be Silent's only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regala's rebellion. From the air.
Wait. Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tenat. The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regala's army and they'll receive quite a surprise. So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring Silence to the table.
Not if. When. Erend, are you there?
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're all... we're back at base. What happened?
It might be easier to explain in person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay. We'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
Just to let you know, I'm now patched into your focus network.
Great. I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regala's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood. much damage from fire. I'll stash this away for later.
When you're wounded, you have to strike back. Drop blood.
Hey! Can I get one damn minute to mourn my friend?
Regala is going to slaughter my tribe to overthrow Hikaru. The Zeniths have Beta and Gaia. We can't sit around wallowing in our losses.
Katalo's right. We must fight.
Oh, all right. So what are we gonna do, huh? Take on all of Regala's rebels?
Not to mention the Zeniths. What can we even do? Throw ourselves at their base?
Something like that. So...
After we lost contact with you, we regrouped and went to Gemini. What happened? The recording we found on Varl's focus cut off when that Zenith, Eric...
The Zeniths were tracking Hephaestus. When Gaia trapped it in Gemini, they knew where we were. After Varl tried to stop them. They took Beta and Gaia. I only survived because one of the Zeniths turned against the others to save me.
One of them? Well... at least we didn't lose you too. So what do we do now?
We're going to defeat the Zeniths. And get Beta and Gaia back. But first... we're going to stop Regala.
How?
Back in Gemini, Beta gave me... a gift. There's something I need to do first to make it work, but it could put an end to the bloodshed.
Word is, Regala's readying her army for an all-out assault on the Grove. I need to be there.
I know. Go. Stand with Hikaru. And keep an eye on the sky.
Strike true as the 10.
The rest of you, whatever preparations you need to make, upgrades, resupplies, get on it. It won't be long before we take the fight to the Zeniths.
We'll be ready, Aloy. And when you're ready, meet me outside the east exit. I'd like to have a word in private.
Even when things are darkest, you're the flame that lights the way forward.
Just tell me one thing. Am I gonna get to smash up a bunch of Zenith bastards?
We all are.
Good.
Before I do anything else, I should check on Zoe. It sounded important.